Welcome back to Weather Nation. We're starting out with the tropical outlook, and we're looking at what is now subtropical storm Alberto as it continues to spin in the western Caribbean. It's moving toward the north at about 9 miles per hour and is already starting to bring clouds and even some rain showers to parts of Miami. And this will continue across parts of the south and east as we head throughout the next few days. But thanks again for tuning in. I'm meteorologist Marcus Walter here with the latest forecast on what's happening with subtropical storm Alberto. We have field correspondents that'll be all across the southeast following this storm and reporting on this storm for us. And one of those correspondents, Ben McMillan, he is in Pensacola this morning, Pensacola Beach, Florida to be exact. So if you can, Ben, set the stage for us. Tell us about the conditions on the ground at the moment.
Well, beautiful so far, Marcus. 79 degrees, light winds out of the northeast at 6. You wouldn't think there was a storm coming. It's a nice weekend here. Lots of people out on the beach. You can see behind me here a live look. So nothing too hazardous yet, but we're watching, as you mentioned, that storm move closer to the region. We're looking at a triple threat here: flash flooding, storm surge, and tropical storm force winds, all possible as we go into your holiday weekend.
And if you can you tell us how, for instance, the forecast could potentially impact this region? Talk a little bit more about some of those concerns that we have out there.
Well, the big concerns today out here on the beach right now, Marcus, are the rip currents. Lifeguards, as you can see behind me, have put up a yellow flag, which means there's a moderate chance of hazardous conditions, but it's not yet dangerous enough to have that red flag, which means you shouldn't be in the water at all. So the big message that people are saying is come out. If you want a vacation here in this area, it's okay today. They're open for business. Just be careful when you're in and near the water. And if you can you tell us a little bit about how people are actually preparing for this storm? I know you mentioned a little bit about the flags there on the beach alerting people of impending weather and rough seas, but if you can, tell us how people are actually preparing for this system. The biggest thing, Marcus, that everyone is recommending is go about your normal day, but follow the weather very closely. Keep it here on Weather Nation, but don't stop doing what you're doing yet. We have a lot of events going on out here today. We actually want to talk to Ben Martin, who's organized the Family Beach Fest, and you guys aren't too worried about the weather yet, but what do you recommend to people as they come out today?
Oh, come on out to this free concert to honor God, family, and military, and the sun is shining, and you know, as a surfer for 35 years, I get excited when we have tropical activity, so I think it'll shift more towards Monday, Tuesday, but today is beautiful. Come on out.
Yeah, and we wish the best of luck to you and all the surfers. So, Marcus, again, today, not the main concern. We're watching Sunday and Monday very closely. So come out, enjoy it, and have a great weekend. And again, Ben, thank you for that reporting on the ground. We'll be checking in with Ben and the rest of our field correspondents as we head throughout the next few days because, again, we have subtropical storm Alberto. But let's talk about the path with this system because as of now, it's located really just east of Cancun, and it will continue to move toward the north. And eventually by Sunday morning, we're talking about a storm system that could have max winds at about 45 miles per hour moving toward the northwest. And as we continue to follow the system, we'll see that system by Monday morning potentially have max winds at 65 miles per hour. At that point, it would be a tropical storm. And as it approaches land, as of now, forecasts do not have this storm turning into a hurricane. That means crossing that wind threshold of 74 miles per hour. But again, it still will be a system that will be moving up against the shore, and at this point is anywhere between eastern Louisiana and western Florida, but the focus as of now is right around Mobile, Alabama, and also into eastern Mississippi. But again, we can see changes in this forecast, so definitely stay tuned as we continue to give you more and more updates. Either way, once this storm system moves in, we're talking about it weakening because it will lose its source of energy, that warm water over the Gulf of Mexico, but it still will bring impacts in the form of heavy rain and also some additional flooding as that rain and as that system continues to wind down. Now, we're taking a look at the forecast of this disturbance of this tropical system as it moves onshore. One thing we need to be aware of is that as those bands spin onto land, the changes in friction between water and land could potentially lead to spin-up tornadoes. So we're watching out for that on Sunday across Florida, but also across much of the Gulf Coast, the eastern Gulf Coast, as we head toward Monday. And again, rain is a big threat with this system. We have flood alerts across eastern parts of Louisiana through western Florida, and we also have flood alerts across pretty much central Florida into South Florida. As we take you to the flash flooding concerns, it is out there. Our very own Ben McMillan, he's in Pensacola, and that is one place where we are watching for flash flooding. So make sure you stay tuned. We'll be talking more about your weather throughout the day, and we'll be talking about severe weather as we head throughout the day across other parts of the nation.